A second low-pressure area has formed inside the Philippine Area of Responsibility on Monday afternoon, July 21. In its 4 p.m. weather update, Pag-asa says the two low-pressure areas within the Philippine Area of Responsibility have a medium likelihood of intensifying into a tropical depression. Pag-asa says the new low-pressure area was last spotted 405 kilometers east of Calayan, Cagayan. Meanwhile, the first low-pressure area, which formed on Sunday night, July 20, was last spotted 1,220 kilometers east of southeastern Luzon. Should both of the LPAs become tropical cyclones, they will be referred to locally as Dante and Emo. Severe tropical storm Crising exited the Philippine Area of Responsibility over the weekend. However, it enhanced the southwest monsoon, which triggered heavy rains in many parts of the country on Monday. Several main thoroughfares in Metro Manila experienced flooding on Monday, July 21 due to strong rains brought by the southwest monsoon, also known as Habagat. Pag-asa hoisted the orange rainfall warning in Metro Manila and nearby provinces on Monday. In Commonwealth Avenue, motorists struggled to pass through a portion of the road due to heavy flooding. Several streets in Manila experienced gutter-deep floods due to heavy rainfall, including España Lacson, Mabini Pedro Hill, Recto Abad Santos, and Taft Padre Faura. A slow-moving traffic was experienced by motorists along the expressway section connecting North Luzon Expressway and Mindanao Avenue due to floods. Motorists passing EDSA Balintawak was also stopped by severe flooding. Meanwhile, Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto announces that the Wawa Dam is nearing its critical or overflow level on Monday afternoon due to the continued rains. The mayor notes that if the Wawa Dam spills, the water level in the Marikina River will be raised. At 3 p.m. on Monday, authorities raised the second alarm in the Marikina River amid the continuing rain. Meanwhile, Pag-asa announces that La Mesa Dam's water level reached 80.16 meters and is overflowing as of 3 p.m. on Monday. Pag-asa advises residents in low-lying areas along the Tulyahan River, including those in Quezon City, Valenzuela City, Caloocan City, Malabon, and Navotas to be alert for possible flooding. Malacanang has suspended work in government offices and classes at all levels in Metro Manila, Cavite, Rizal, Batangas, Laguna, Bulacan, Pampanga, Zambales, and Bataan. The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority has also suspended on Monday the implementation of the number coding scheme in the National Capital Region. The combined effects of severe tropical storm Crising and the southwest monsoon have caused more than 90 million pesos in agricultural losses so far. According to the Department of Agriculture, the regional field offices in Ilocos Region, Cagayan Valley, Central Zone, Calabar Zone, Mimaropa, and Western Visayas reported damage and losses in rice, corn, high-value crops, and livestock and poultry amounting to 96.90 million pesos, affecting over 4,600 farmers. The agency says its total losses reached approximately over 2,000 metric tons of produce, affecting more than 6,000 hectares of farmland. Rice accounted for the bulk of the damage, with production losses estimated at over 2,170 metric tons, worth 94.16 million pesos. The agency also reports that corn production also suffered losses, with 22 metric tons damaged, amounting to 690,140 pesos. Meanwhile, over 35 metric tons of high-value crops were wiped out, valued at 1.73 million pesos. The weather disturbances also resulted in the death of over 70 heads of livestock and poultry, worth 320,750 pesos. The Department of Agriculture also says it has so far distributed 133.09 million pesos worth of assistance, including rice, corn, and vegetable seeds from regional field offices. Senate President Cheese Escudero says the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte will proceed in accordance with the law. In a briefing on Monday, July 21, Escudero says the proposed new schedule of the convening of the Senate Impeachment Court on August 4 would give the impeachment court time to issue notices to all parties involved before holding a trial. Escudero says the new schedule would still be decided by the Senate when the 20th Congress resumes on July 28. When asked about criticisms that the proceeding is being delayed anew, Escudero stresses that it was not their job to rush any impeachment trial. The Senate Impeachment Court first convened last June 10 during the 19th Congress, which already adjourned sine die on June 30. Some lawmakers, including Senator Bato de la Rosa, believe that the impeachment proceeding can no longer cross the 20th Congress since it was part of the unfinished business of the previous Congress. Escudero reiterates that as far as he is concerned, the impeachment case of the Vice President has already crossed the 20th Congress. However, Escudero recognizes that the majority of his colleagues may have a different opinion on the matter. Escudero also points out the 20th Congress of both the Senate and the House would have to make the decisions all over again. A lawmaker disputes claims that President Bongbong Marcos orchestrated the arrest of former President Rodrigo Duterte. Over the weekend, Vice President Sara Duterte claimed that the arrest and detention of her father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, at the International Criminal Court in The Hague, Netherlands, was the result of him being a staunch critic of the Marcos administration. In a statement on Monday, July 21, Zambales 1st District Representative Jefferson Konghun criticizes Vice President Duterte for implying that the ICC and President Marcos were colluding to silence the Duterte camp. Konghun says the evidence of human rights violations linked to the former president's role in his administration's war on illegal drugs is not a mere rumor. Konghun clarifies that there is no collusion nor a script that President Marcos ordered the arrest of former President Duterte. He says that the former president should face the charges if there is truly no wrongdoing on his part. The lawmaker adds that the Duterte camp should stop with the drama and mudslinging. Konghun also says that President Marcos does not control all the movements of the government, adding that the current administration does not order arrests arbitrarily. According to Konghun, Marcos may choose to remain silent, but lawmakers like him will not. The former president was arrested by local authorities on March 11 at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. He was flown to The Hague, Netherlands on the same day to face crimes against humanity charges he allegedly committed during his administration's war on drugs. Motorists must brace for another oil price hike beginning Tuesday, July 22. Diesel prices will increase by 1 peso and 10 centavos a liter, while kerosene will climb by 70 centavos a liter. Meanwhile, gasoline prices will increase by 40 centavos a liter. Petrogas, Sea Oil, and Shell Pilipinas say they would adjust their pump prices on Tuesday at 6 a.m., followed by Clean Fuel at 4:01 p.m. Jetty Petroleum President Leo Bellas previously said pump prices would increase this week due to signs of improving demand.